Hi, I'm Alondra. I am a therapist, so I'm here to help you. I received a referral from your psychiatrist just saying, that he wanted us to meet and see, I guess, and assess for services for therapy. So do you have any questions about my role so far or anything like that?
Yeah, exactly what do you do?
Mhm. So right now I'm just gathering some information about, I guess, like services. It's my understanding that you're meeting with the psychiatrist and he had the idea of getting you involved with some DBT therapy as well as individual therapy. So it's just us getting to know each other for right now. And then we can create some goals about that therapy and then seeing, I guess, like where we're at right now. I'm going to be asking a couple questions to get to know you better, and then you can let me know what you think of my questions if you don't want to answer them, if you're okay with answering them, or if you want to take a break. So, um,
Okay.
does that sound okay to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I want to know, what is your experience with therapy so far? How has that gone for you?
I was institutionalized for self harm when I was 16, 17, and 19. And I was supposed to start services, or I did start services, and I feel like it only made me feel worse. Um, and after I had my second child, I again tried to go back to services because I was feeling really depressed and I thought I had postpartum, but nobody said anything. And then my last therapist left within 3 months of us starting therapy. So I just feel like I'll never get the help that I need.
Okay. So it sounds like you have had like several experiences with several different therapists, right? And so I can see like why you're a bit hesitant into starting therapy. So again, like this is kind of why we're here, right? Um, I want to know a little bit about, I guess, like what you're looking for. Like, what are some goals that you have for therapy? Is there anything that you want to work on or anything that you've noticed about yourself?
I notice that I sometimes get really angry and impatient, and I do still not self harm to the point of like burning myself or cutting myself, but I do have a rubber band around my wrist usually, and I use it to self regulate just so that I can feel something. So I guess I'm just looking for better coping mechanisms that would help me long term and just help me be a better mom and be a lot more patient, because I don't really understand my diagnosis. I looked it up and I don't know. I just feel like I don't really understand what I'm being diagnosed with.
Okay, so it sounds like you have like a pretty good idea of what you want therapy to look like, which I think is a good starting point. Um, Again, like it sounds like you have a lot of experience in regards to therapy, and so I think with you having a good idea, we can make some goals around that. So that's really good for me to know. Thank you. And then I also, I guess, like want to go back to what you just said. So it sounds like you want to be a more patient mother, right? And you have like some kind of coping mechanism with the rubber band. You're not having like any current suicidal ideation or anything like that. Um, so is there anything else that you do to cope? Is there anything else that I guess like you're thinking of to, I guess feel like you're a good mother because it sounds like you're taking the steps that you are, I guess the steps that you're taking right now are really well and going good. But I guess like you have that self-awareness into making more progress. So is there anything else that I'm missing?
I did do I do go to Alk Anonymous on Fridays at around 6 p.m. just to kind of get like more help, and I'm learning a lot during that group time. I'm pretty much with my kids all the time. My husband works Monday through Friday, pretty much overnight. So it's just me staying at home and being with my kids. Eventually, I do want to get a part time job from home, but right now I feel like my kids are way too small. So I am unable to get a job because I want to, be there for my kids, and I don't want to take any of that time like away from my kids. I do sometimes go on walks and things like that with my kids, but I feel like I don't have that many coping mechanisms.
Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like you love your kids. You care a lot about your kids, and that is for sure something I guess that you can say that is really important to you, and that's something that we, like also want to prioritize as well, so we can make sure to, like keep that in mind when we're scheduling and stuff like that, because it sounds like motherhood is something that's very important to you. Do you have any other supports in the area or anything like that?
Well, I don't talk to my family at all. I have two friends that I met when I was working at Denny's, Mark and Brad. They're a good support system. And then also, my husband is a really good support system, but my husband doesn't have any other family either. It's kind of just us two, and we just kind of keep to ourselves.
Okay. Okay. And then, so are you guys originally from here in Arizona, or where are you guys from?
We're from Michigan,
Okay.
and I moved to Arizona when I was a teenager. And I basically haven't had any contact with my family since then. It was a really bad situation, and it was just one I needed to get out of. So I used to live in a shelter for teens, and I met my husband like later down the line.
Okay. Okay. So I guess that kind of helps to explain a little bit as to like why your supports here are a bit limited, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then as far as like other supports or anything else that helps, do you have like any spiritual beliefs or anything like that? Anything that you like to do, like meditating?
I am open to holistic healing and meditation in the future. I don't really have any spiritual beliefs. I just believe in being a good person.
Okay.
Um, I don't really believe in God, but like I said, I just believe in being a good person and feeling like the universe will, pay me back. But I am open to meditation and holistic healing.
Okay. Okay. That is really good to know. Because we've discussed supports and coping mechanisms and stuff like that. And so, like that is a goal that you set at the very beginning of this, I guess, like interaction, is you saying that you wanted to learn more about coping mechanisms. So maybe that's something that we can look into as well later down the line whenever you are ready for meditation and stuff like that. Just some ideas. So I am going to, I guess, like gather this information, but you let me know if I, like have things pretty accurate. So your name is Mina, you have children, you live with your husband, you're a stay-at-home mom, you prioritize your kids, motherhood is very important to you. You are stay-at-home mom, husband is working. So because you guys moved from Michigan, then you guys don't have many supports here. You do have a couple friends, you were in the shelter, no active suicide ideation or anything like that. You do have a rubber band that you use sometimes to feel something. Um, Not really religious or anything like that, but you're open to meditation. You believe in being a good person, and your goals are to, I guess, develop better coping mechanisms, be a better mother, Am I capturing this pretty well, or is there anything I'm missing?
And also to just better understand my diagnosis because I'm only seeing what I've gathered on Google. So I just want to get like a more of an understanding of like what this means for me and what it means for like my life and how I'll be able to progress in the future.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for adding that. Yes, that is something that we can absolutely look into as well. I will be collaborating with your psychiatrist. You know, he is the one that gave that diagnosis, and so we can absolutely take a look into that and, like see what he has to say as well, right? So it's going to be some teamwork as well. So does that sound pretty okay to you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that is it for today. If you have any questions, please reach out. Please let me know. And it was really nice getting to know you.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Bye.